Make yourself comfortable. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. One last time. Deep breath in and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. Now feel the gentle rhythm of your breath. Feel the steady beat of your heart. Take a moment to listen to your heartbeat. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest as it moves in time with your heartbeat. Can you feel it? With each beat of your heart, you feel more and more relaxed. Now imagine that you are standing in front of two enormous wooden gates. And either side of those gates are massive wooden fences. And behind those fences, all you can see are the treetops. Very, very large treetops. Now above the gates is a sign that says, the National Animal Park. Wow! You wonder just what kind of animals are behind those trees. It's then you hear a loud creaking noise, and very slowly, the great big gates begin to open. As the big gates open wide, standing inside is a big, bright orange orangutan with great big grin on his face. And he's wearing safari gear with big black sunglasses perched on the end of his nose. And lots of gold, dangly jewellery hanging from around his neck. He also has on a very shiny watch, and it flashes in the sunlight. He says hello, and he tells you his name is Derek. And Derek gives you a great big high five that nearly knocks you over. He's that strong. Derek is your guide here, and is there for your every need. He even gives you a walkie-talkie, so that you can contact him if you need to. He says,
"Come along now. We don't want to miss anything now, do we? Not at all."
He leads you to his open roof safari jeep, which looks really kind of cool. He tells you that tonight you will be staying in a big lodge house just beyond the trees. And this is where you're going now to collect any others that may want to come on the safari with you. You ride in the jeep with Derek, and as you reach the end of the trees, you see that the national park opens out across gently rolling plains. And Derek tells you that there are many grassy plains all over the park. There are swamps and lakes. There is even a tropical rainforest too. You think that this place is very beautiful and wonderful. Derek pulls up in front of a very large and amazing lodge, all made out of wood. It's the size of a mansion, or even the size of a castle. Standing next to the steps leading up to the lodge are two other children just like you. There is a boy about your age, and there is a little girl, but she's a bit older than you though. They climb up into the jeep and introduce themselves. The boy is called Michael, and the girl is called Jessica. They tell you that they have been looking forward to this day for such a long time now, and they are so happy to be here. Derek, the orangutan, drives off to the ranger's hut to collect any supplies you may need for your adventure ahead. Oh, this is really exciting now. Who knows what animals you may see? There is a rumour that some of the animals can actually talk. How cool would that be? Derek tells the three of you that this is a very special safari park. He tells you that none of the animals are dangerous here at all. In fact, they are all very, very friendly. And you're free to play and stroke with any of them. Well, that's if they want to be stroked, that is. As you drive along the grassy plains, you pass by many tribes in colourful dress, all walking along. Some of them are even singing as they walk along. They smile and wave at you. They call out to you, wishing you a great day here at the park. Derek tells you that there are many lakes here at the park, and each lake has many different animals and birds there. One of the lakes have large elephants and zebras. There's another lake that wild buffalo live beside with their friends the wildebeest. As you drive along in the jeep, you see a giraffe up ahead. He's walking slowly and humming a little song to himself. He spots the jeep and turns his head to look at you. "Good morning," he says. Wow, he is very tall. "Have a great day," he says as he slowly continues along on his walk. You continue on your way with Derek, Michael and Jessica. You are nearing one of the lakes now, and Derek stops the jeep. He says to be very quiet and to look over the other side of the lake. You see a large shape moving around, and Derek tells you that it's Ernie, and that he is an endangered black rhino. Ernie, he tells you, is very, very shy and pretty much keeps to himself. Just at that moment, Ernie looks up and sees you. He smiles shyly at you and then disappears behind some trees. Oh well, maybe he will speak to you later. There are many different birds flying above and around you. A lot of them are landing at the lake to take a drink of water and maybe have a bath. It's quite hot here at the park and they probably need to cool down too. And you can see very colourful parrots in reds and blues and greens. You can see toucans with their big orange beaks. You see cockatoos, macaws, grey parrots. You can even see some flamingos wading in the water looking for their dinner. In the distance, you see a mist-shrouded rainforest. It kind of looks like the steam coming from the trees. Derek tells you that that is where you will meet baboons and gorillas. He says they're very friendly too, though. And if they like you, they may even invite you to have afternoon tea with them. Now that would be nice. Derek tells you that while you're here, you really should meet the king of the jungle, who is, of course, a very large lion called Larry. He tells you that Larry loves telling jokes, and if you're not careful, he will have your side splitting with laughter. Now Derek brings his jeep to a stop and you all jump out, because now it's time for the three of you to explore this wonderful place and meet as many animals as you can. Derek again makes sure that the three of you have got your walkie-talkies so you can contact him if you need him. He climbs back into his jeep and drives off with all his dangly jewellery glittering in the warm sunshine. So now, for a little while, go and meet the animals. Maybe you can play with them, as it's rumoured that elephants really love playing football. And remember, they are all very friendly and most of them can talk. So go and have some fun. Now it's time for you to leave this wonderful place with Derek, who has returned with his jeep to take you back to the lodge. After an unforgettable and wonderful day, you head back to the lodge for food and to unwind by a fire on the plain under the star-bright, endless night sky. After you've eaten your sumptuous dinner, you begin to feel rather sleepy. So you go outside and sit by the crackling fire. There is a sleeping bag waiting for you with a soft, fluffy pillow, because tonight you will be sleeping under the night sky. You climb into your sleeping bag and snuggle down, and the sky is becoming gradually darker. As you lie there, watching the dazzling colours of the sun going down, the beautiful orange and red glows turning to pink and grey, you watch as the sun begins to set on the horizon and slowly starts to fade. It's very peaceful watching the sky becoming darker. As you gaze up at the sky above, you can see the first stars appear. First one star, then another and another. See them as they sparkle and shine, shining like tiny diamonds in the sky. As you look at the darkening sky, you can see more and more stars. And you think to yourself, what a wonderful day you've had. How lovely and wonderful it was to be with the majestic and beautiful beings that they are. You had so much fun and laughter with them. It truly was a great day. The sky is so clear now. There are no clouds anywhere, just a beautiful starry night sky. And yet more stars have appeared. Some stars are bright and luminous. Others are tiny specks that you can barely see. Oh, but you feel so peaceful, so calm, so relaxed. You take a breath in and breathe it gently out. So relaxed, very sleepy now. And you give a big sigh of happiness. And your eyes feel ever so heavy that they close all by themselves. But that's okay, because you don't want to open them anyway. You just want to sleep. So sleep, little one. Just sleep. Now imagine that you're in a beautiful, lush green forest, and this forest has the most amazing trees. Some of them are very tall. Some of them are rather short and squat. But the beautiful aroma of them is all around you. And it smells so fresh and so clean. And as you walk along, you feel a great sense of peace, almost like you're floating on air. And the weather is just perfect for you. You can hear the birds in the trees, and you can hear them singing, and it makes you feel very happy. It's then that you notice you are on a little path, so you decide to follow it. You don't know where it will lead, but you decide to go anyway. And after walking for a little while, you find yourself standing in front of a cave. You didn't see it at first because there are bushes all around the entrance, but as you got closer, you could see the wide open entrance. It's very mysterious. You wonder what's inside it. So you decide to explore it and find out. You enter the cave. At first it's a bit dark, but as your eyes adjust, it becomes a lot clearer and brighter. And you find you can see perfectly well. You wander around the cave. It's really quite big. You see some large rocks dotted around you, and you notice that the roof of the cave is very high indeed. In some parts of the cave, it's actually quite bright, and there seems to be lights on the roof. But when you take a closer look, you realise that it's many crystals embedded in the roof. It looks so pretty, like tiny twinkling fairy lights. It's so nice. Then you hear a sound that you don't recognise, a kind of squeaky sound. It sounds a little bit sad, really. You look around to see if you can find out what it is. You notice a small bat just hanging from the ceiling, and he's all alone. You can't see any of his friends or any of his family. He looks at you with big, sad bat eyes. So you ask him, what's wrong? He tells you that all of his friends and family have flown out for the night, and they are out having fun and playing high in the sky. He tells you that he's afraid to fly, and he doesn't really like the dark too much either. But he says all of his friends love the dark and they get to play, but he doesn't. He tells you that he's afraid. You tell him that you will help him to not be afraid. You tell him that you will help him. He smiles at you and says thank you. It's then that he tells you his name is Steve. As you look down, you notice something shining on the floor, so you go over and take a look. You pick it up and you see that it's a very shiny and sparkling crystal, and it's in the shape of a heart. And you hear a whisper coming from this beautiful crystal. It can't be, can it? The crystal's talking to you? The crystal says it's very happy that you found it, because it's here to help you and to help Steve. You feel something on your back. The crystal tells you not to be afraid, because it's giving you wings. Wings so that you can help Steve to fly again. Wow! Suddenly you feel beautiful wings on your back. They feel very soft and nice. And just as suddenly, you feel yourself shrinking down and down and down. Whoa! You stop shrinking when you're the same size as Steve. Oh my word! How cool is that? I'm tiny, you say to yourself. The crystal tells you to give it to Steve, because now it's his turn. Steve the bat takes the crystal and it whispers to him about how brave he is, how strong he is, how there is nothing to be afraid of anywhere. It tells him he can do this because he is brave and strong, just like you. And before your eyes, Steve gives you a great big grin and says,
"Come and fly with me. I will be very brave as long as you are with me."
How wonderful. Steve is becoming brave. So Steve carries the crystal and begins to fly, and he calls for you to go out with him. As he flies out of the cave, and you follow him. You both soar up into the sky very quickly, so much so it takes your breath away. You are flying that fast. Steve gives a big whoop of joy. He is absolutely enjoying himself. He is so brave to face his fears. And you feel a great deal of happiness for him, and you are so glad that you came here today. Although you didn't know that this is why you came, to help someone who needed you. The moon is high up in the sky, and it's glistening like a giant ball just floating there. It looks amazing. You ask Steve if he thinks, does anybody actually live on the moon? Well, Steve says he hopes so, because he would like to go there one day, and maybe you could go with him. You'd love that. As you fly high in the sky with Steve, you look up at the beautiful night sky, and you see thousands of wonderful bright and shiny stars. You can even see a few shooting stars too. And it's like they're out dancing in the sky just for you. for you and for Steve. You see another flash of light and another. You and Steve laugh out loud. You are both so excited and happy. There are shooting stars everywhere. And you wonder to yourself where they are going. Well, maybe they're going far out into space. Maybe there are people on other planets. Maybe they can see them too. But for a few moments, just fly high in the sky with Steve. See what you can see. See if there's anybody else out there flying. And maybe Steve might tell you all about his life, who his family are, who his friends are. Maybe he goes to bat school. Who knows? Just have fun and fly with Steve. You return now to the cave with Steve. What an amazing experience you've just had. And Steve is so very happy. He is filled full of gratitude for you helping him today. He says that because of you, he will never be afraid to fly again. You both enter the cave and you both thank the beautiful crystal for all its help, because without it, you would never have been able to fly with Steve. Steve says his friends will be coming home soon and he can't wait to tell them all about you and the beautiful crystal. But unfortunately, it's time for you to return to your own home now. After all, you are feeling very sleepy right now. You have had a very exciting time yourself. Steve looks a little bit sad that you are leaving, but you tell him you will be back again really soon. You tell him that you and he will go on many flights together and see many things with each other. This gives Steve a great big smile of happiness on his face. And this makes you very happy too. So you thank him again and watch him fly off so bravely now. He feels confident again. And you did this for him. You helped him to fly. And remember, you can come back here anytime you want. For now though, just take a big deep breath in through your nose and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. Again, breathe in and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. One last time, breathe in and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. And you now find yourself back in your very own bed, feeling so happy and peaceful, but very, very tired. And just before you fall asleep, you see Steve's tiny little happy face. And he looks so wonderful. Steve, the lonely bat, is not lonely anymore. And that's because you helped him. You were kind and you helped him. So close your eyes and rest now. Now imagine yourself sitting on an old wooden bench in a very beautiful and very big garden. And this garden has a very old brick wall running all the way around it. And there are flowers growing on some parts of the wall and ivy too. And it really does look very beautiful. But some of the wall you can't see, as there is a wooded area filled with many tall trees. You can feel the warmth of the sun as it touches your skin, and you look up at the beautiful blue colour of the sky. And you can feel a gentle, cool breeze on your face. You see a few fluffy white clouds slowly floating past, just drifting along with nowhere special to be. Just like you, at this moment in time, just drifting along with nowhere special to be, but here, right now, in this moment. You look over towards the trees and decide to take a look because it kind of looks like a mini forest. And as you get nearer, you see some very big, beautiful weeping willow trees. And their branches are so long they're almost touching the ground. Their leaves glisten in the sunlight, and they shimmer and shine with a beautiful silvery green colour. You walk amongst them, touching their leaves with your fingers, and they feel smooth and silky to the touch. And as you look up, you can see the sun shining through the branches, almost making it look as if the tree is moving and swaying in the cool breeze. You can hear the rustling of the leaves, and it's like the tree is speaking to you, but you just can't understand the words. Suddenly, you hear a voice, and you think to yourself, who could that be? Maybe it is the tree talking. You hear the voice again and realise that it's coming from above you. And with astonishment, you realise that the tree is talking to you. How cool is that? As you look at the tree, you can see its beautiful face just above you. And the tree has the most amazing face. It has a beautiful big smile and incredible big soft brown kind eyes. The tree smiles down at you and asks you if you would like to climb up onto one of its branches so you can both have a little chat. Well, that'd be good. The tree explains that sometimes he gets lonely, even though his brothers and sisters are nearby. The tree tells you that its brothers and sisters can't talk human talk, but he can. And they talk to each other with their minds and the swishing of the branches in the wind. But the tree likes to talk to humans, but not many of them come to this special place, so he is really pleased that you've come today. So you climb up onto one of his branches and make yourself comfortable, and begin to listen to the beautiful weeping willow as it begins to talk. He tells you his name is Benny, and you tell him your name too. Benny tells you that you can ask him any questions you want, and he will always tell you the truth. He says that trees can only ever tell the truth because that is who they are. They are truth tellers. They stand tall and proud and always stand in their own truth because it's impossible for them not to. Benny asks you if you stand in your truth, the truth of who you are, the truth of what you believe in. He says that sometimes he has noticed that some people say things that they don't really mean, but they say it anyway because they think it will make other people happy, even if it's not what they believe themselves. Benny says that this is not a good thing to do. He says you must always say what you believe to be the truth, your truth. He says you should always speak your truth, but to do it with kindness in your heart and in your voice. Benny says it's okay to have a different opinion from someone else because that is their truth, not yours. Benny then asks you if you would like to sing your truth from the top of his branches without any fear of judgment. You think about it. Okay. He says to try a little exercise with him, and he will help you to sing your truth. So you climb up to Benny's highest branches, feeling very safe and secure, as Benny will not let you fall. Benny says to repeat after him,
I use my voice to always speak my truth.
Now you say it out loud from the top of the tree. Shout it out for all to hear.
I use my voice to always speak my truth.
Again, out loud from the top of the tree.
I use my voice to always speak my truth.
One last time.
I use my voice to always speak my truth.
Benny says that now is the time if there's anything else that you wish to say. Be in your own truth. Say your own truth. Shout it out now. In fact, Benny suggests you sing it. Make a little rhyme of it and just sing it out loud. And allow the truth to flow all the way through you. Be true to you, always. Benny says that you were fantastic, and he loved how you sang the words out loud. So for a few moments, just sit with Benny and sing out your truth as loud as you can. Sing out all of the things you know to be true. And remember, be kind with your truth, but most of all, be kind with yourself. You feel so free here, so relaxed and peaceful and calm. And it feels so wonderful to just sit with Benny and chat and sing your truth out loud from the treetops. But now, though, it's time for you to return. So you climb down from Benny's branches, and when you reach the ground, you throw your arms around his trunk and give him a great big hug. And Benny is so happy. He slowly moves his lower branches and wraps them around you too, giving you a warm and squishy hug. So you say goodbye to Benny and tell him you will come back very soon to see him. Maybe next time you can both sing a song together. You wave and you turn and begin your journey home. And you realise now that you're back in your very own bed, breathing softly and gently. And each time you breathe in, you take in all the good thoughts and positive feelings. And you're drifting deeper and deeper into the most wonderful night's sleep ever. So turn over onto your side and snuggle down. You feel so safe, so protected, so loved. And when you wake up in the morning, you will feel completely refreshed, bright and alert, and ready to begin the new day ahead. And each night from now on, you will sleep better and better, deeper and deeper. But for now, just rest your weary head and just sleep. Night night. Now imagine you're standing on a long sandy beach and you can smell the fresh, clean, salty air, and it tickles your nose. It feels warm and nice on your skin. You can hear the sound of seagulls flying above you, rising so high and swooping down all around you. It's like they want you to come and play with them. Can you see them? Can you hear them? As you look around you, you realise that you are on a very private sandy island with tropical trees dotted all over it, and it's very beautiful, and you are the only one here. Then suddenly, from behind one of the trees, a very bright pink pelican comes smiling out at you. He has on a very large spotted dicky bow. And a bright red baseball cap, and it's on back to front. But he does look ever so cool though. He comes towards you with a big grin, and he tells you that he is your special guide, and he looks after your tropical island when you are not there. He tells you that his name is Pete the Pelican, and he is the groundskeeper and your very own personal helper. Wow, you think to yourself, a talking pelican? How cool is that? Pete the Pelican tells you that he is here to help you build anything you want for your island. He says you can even have any animals that you want too. He says that because this is a magical tropical island, all you have to do is wish for it, and it appears. Wow. Pete the Pelican guides you over to a nice spot by the ocean. He thinks that this would be a good place for your cabin. So he tells you to close your eyes and wish for a lovely wooden log cabin to be there. So you close your eyes and you wish. You wish really hard. Then he tells you to open your eyes, and hey presto, right before you sits the most wonderful log cabin you have ever seen. It's amazing, and it's exactly as you wished for it to be. You really like this island, You really, really like this wishing for stuff. Oh, you're going to have so much fun here, especially with Pete the Pelican guiding you. You go inside your lovely wooden cabin to see what it's like. Oh my. Everything you could ever want in a cabin is inside it. You have a log burner in one corner, for if it gets a bit nippy. And you can see the most amazing bed. And remember, it's your bed, so it looks exactly as you would like it to. Is it a big, huge bed with soft, fluffy quilt and pillows? Or is it a hammock? You can sway from side to side on it. Or is it something else? You decide. It's your cabin. Now it's time for you and Pete the Pelican to create your very own tropical island, exactly the way you want it to be. You can maybe have lots of animals that talk and want to play with you. You can even have your very own superheroes come to stay. How cool would that be? Maybe you can have some dinosaurs too, friendly ones, of course. The ones that eat vegetation and grass and not the ones that might eat you. Maybe when you've finished creating your tropical island, you can go and have a swim with the dolphins. Maybe meet some mermaids. You can have all of your favourite things here. Anything you want. So for just a little while, create your very own tropical island. With the help of Pete the Pelican, of course. Oh, you're going to have so much fun. So go ahead and create your island now. Make it look just how you want it to be. Anything that makes you feel happy when you think about it, anything at all, is yours. Your island looks truly amazing. And you created it yourself. How special are you? You should be very proud of what you have accomplished. With the help of Pete the Pelican, of course. But it's getting late now, and you are starting to feel quite tired after all your good work creating your island. So you think it's time for you to have a little rest. I think that's a good idea. You go over to your beautiful wooden cabin and step inside again. This is a place to let go of all your thoughts, all of your worries. This is the place to let go of anything that may make you sad. It is very safe here, and you will only ever feel happy when you are here. You walk over to your lovely bed and climb on it. And you lie down and get yourself all snuggly and cozy. And you turn over onto your side and settle down. You close your eyes and just listen to the sounds of the ocean waves through the open window. Feel your breathing as it begins to slow down, and your chest is just gently rising and falling. And again, you listen to the rhythm of the waves as they gently begin to lull you into a beautiful, restful sleep. Just listen to the waves as you go deeper and deeper, drifting into peaceful sleep. You feel so calm. Know that your tropical island is always here for you. Because on your tropical island, you are always safe, you are always loved, and you are always protected. And when you wake up in the morning, you will feel so refreshed and so very, very happy. And you can visit your very own tropical island anytime you wish. And when you come back, you can build even more things. You can change it all around if you want to. But for now, just listen to the waves as you gently drift to sleep in your wonderful bed, listening to the beautiful sounds of the ocean. Night night.